What if I told you the single biggest mistake you make when someone insults you is getting angry? It's not what you think. It is the absolute worst thing you can possibly do. That flash of rage, that burning desire to lash back with a clever comeback, that's not strength. That's a puppet string, and your adversary is the one gleefully pulling it. Every single time you get defensive, you hand them your power on a silver platter. You are letting them dictate your emotional state. In their game, you have already lost. Think about it. You feel that hot sting of disrespect, a passive-aggressive comment in a meeting, a sarcastic jab from someone you thought was a friend, a stranger's casual rudeness. Your heart starts to pound. Your face gets hot. Your mind scrambles, desperately searching for the perfect verbal weapon to fire back. You want to defend your honor, to put them in their place, to win. But what happens after? Even if you land a solid comeback, you've still let them crawl under your skin. You've validated their attack by reacting to it. You've shown them that their words have direct control over your emotions. In that moment, you become a predictable machine. They push a button, the insult, and you produce the expected result, anger. This is not the path of power. This is the path of the pawn. There is a better way, a colder, more calculated path, a strategy forged by one of history's most formidable and misunderstood thinkers, Friedrich Nietzsche, a man who understood the deep psychology of power. And this isn't some dusty, academic lecture. Forget the ivory towers. This is a weapon, a tool for the modern battlefield of social interaction. And at its core is a concept so profound it can change everything for you. It's called the will to power. Now, before you click away, forget everything you think that means. The will to power is not about being a ruthless tyrant or crushing your enemies through brute force. That's a child's understanding of power. True power isn't about imposing your will on others. It's about achieving such complete mastery over yourself that the outside world has no choice but to bend to the reality you create. It is an internal force. Nietzsche believed every living thing has a fundamental drive. A drive to grow, to expand, to overcome obstacles, and to express its own unique strength to the fullest possible extent. This is the will to power. It is life itself striving. A tree wills itself to grow towards the sun, shattering rocks in its path. An athlete wills themselves to break a record, overcoming physical agony. An artist wills a masterpiece into existence, overcoming crippling self-doubt. It is all the same drive. So when it comes to disrespect, the highest expression of the will to power is not to stoop to your opponent's level and fight in the mud. It is to overcome the weakness within yourself that makes you reactive in the first place. It's about self-overcoming. It's about becoming so strong, so centered, so in command of your own inner world, that the petty attacks of others become like gnats buzzing around a lion. Irritating, perhaps, but ultimately irrelevant. When you master your own emotional state, the outer world has no choice but to fall in line. Your calmness becomes a force of nature. Your self-control becomes an unbreakable shield. This is what it means to truly command a room. So how do we actually do this? How do you take this grand, powerful idea and use it when your boss belittles you in an email, or a family member makes a condescending remark at dinner? Let's get practical. Let's forge this weapon. Step 1. Observe, don't absorb. The next time someone throws an insult your way, I want you to do something that feels completely unnatural. Do nothing. Don't react. Don't let the insult even land. Instead, become a scientist in a lab. See their words not as an attack on you, but as a piece of data about them. This insult is not information about you. It is a confession. It is a pure, unfiltered broadcast of their own insecurities, their own fears, and their own weaknesses. Someone calls you lazy. They are likely projecting their own fear of inadequacy or are exhausted from their own frantic, meaningless activity. Someone calls you arrogant. They are almost certainly intimidated by your confidence because they lack their own. See the pattern. Their insults are always a mirror. They are trying to drag you down to their level because they are fundamentally incapable of rising to yours. When you see it this way, the sting of the insult vanishes. It's replaced by something else. A cold, clear pity for their pathetic attempt. Step 2. Recalibrate your goal. Your objective is no longer to win the argument. Winning arguments is for children in a schoolyard. Your new goal, your only goal, is to demonstrate through your actions that their attempt at psychological warfare has completely and utterly failed. That is it. The ultimate victory isn't landing a witty retort. The ultimate victory is showing them with chilling calmness that they have zero effect on your reality. You are an unshakable mountain. They are just the wind, and the wind cannot move a mountain. This mindset shift changes everything. Which brings us to step 3. Deploy the tools of cold dominance. Once you've shifted your mindset, you have an arsenal of powerful, non-reactive tools that seize control of the situation. Are you ready for them? The first and most powerful is calculated silence. After they deliver their insult, just hold their gaze. Don't look away, don't flinch, and don't say a single word. Let the silence hang in the air for an uncomfortably long time. 1, 2, 3 seconds. That silence is deafeningly loud. It screams confidence. This silence communicates far more than words ever could. It says, "Was that supposed to affect me?" It forces them to fill the void, and they will almost always do so by stumbling, backpedaling, or revealing even more of their own discomfort. You win without saying anything. The second tool is controlled amusement. As that silence hangs, you can pair it with a slow, slight smile. Not a big laugh that's too reactive, just a subtle, knowing smirk. A look of genuine pity, as if you're watching a child throw a tantrum. This look instantly reframes their powerful, venomous attack into something pathetic and small. It communicates, "I see exactly what you're trying to do, and honestly, it's a little sad." You've just turned their cannon into a water pistol, and they know it. The power dynamic shifts immediately. The third tool is the pivoting question. Instead of defending yourself inside their frame, you shatter it and create a new one. A frame where you are in control, analyzing them. You put the spotlight directly back onto your attacker with a simple question. They call you incompetent. Instead of listing your achievements, you look at them with genuine, detached curiosity and ask, "Are you having a bad day?" Or, "That's a very emotional thing to say. What's really bothering you?" You have just become the calm doctor, and they are the hysterical patient on the couch. And finally, the master-level technique, agree and amplify. This one is devastating when used correctly. Instead of denying their accusation, you accept it and reframe it as a strength. You take the weapon they tried to stab you with and reveal it was your shield all along. They call you arrogant. You don't say, "No, I'm not." You smile slightly and say, "I'm glad you noticed. I believe in setting a relentlessly high standard for myself and my work." They call you stubborn. You say, "Absolutely. When I commit to a vision, I see it through to the end, no matter what." You have taken their intended poison and revealed it to be your fuel. There is no countermove to this. They are left speechless because you have refused to play their game. You are playing a different game entirely, a game where you write the rules. Now it's crucial to understand. This isn't just a set of clever social tricks. This is a fundamental rewiring of your entire being. Each time you refuse to react, each time you choose observation over anger, you are exercising your will to power. You are performing an act of self-overcoming. You are not just building resilience. You are building your own reality. A reality where the opinions of small-minded people are nothing more than background noise. You stop living by their petty values of praise and criticism, and you start creating your own. This is the path to becoming what Nietzsche called the Übermensch, the Overman. The Overman is the one who has mastered himself so completely that he becomes a creator of values. He is not a leaf in the wind, blown about by the words and actions of others. He is the mountain, solid and unmoving, creating his own weather. This applies everywhere. The passive-aggressive email from a colleague, the backhanded compliment from a rival, the anonymous troll in the comments section. Every single one of these interactions is no longer an annoyance. It is a training ground. It is an opportunity to forge your will. It's a chance to become stronger, calmer, and more powerful. The goal isn't to be feared or to dominate others. The goal is to reach a state of inner fortitude where their disrespect is completely and utterly irrelevant to your mission. A total non-issue. You begin to operate on a different plane of existence, and people will feel that. They won't know why, but they will sense your unshakable core. True respect is not given to those who demand it with loud words, but to those who are so centered in their own power that they don't even need it. So the next time someone tries to knock you down with their words, don't get angry. Don't get defensive. Don't play their game. See it for what it truly is: a test, a gift, an opportunity to overcome, to grow, and to exert your will on the only thing you truly control: yourself. Because the single biggest mistake you can make when someone insults you is forgetting who is really in control. And if you practice this, if you truly live this philosophy, the answer to that question will always be you.